Oh my, what is talking? Shmew. Hey. So first off, I know. This topic is really cliche, but I figure it's something that everyone's thought about at some point, and I happened to be talking about it earlier with a friend of mine, so I figure why not use this as a topic for my first vlog. The question that we're going to be asking today is, which is better, being single or being in a relationship? I think the obvious answer is, it depends. That's it. Video's over. Bye. Sometimes you have to pick a side, and for this video, I'm gonna say that being in a relationship is better than being single. Now, why, right? This isn't to throw shade at being single. No, that's not the point of this video. Really, there's so much on social media nowadays that show people complaining about being in relationships when they themselves are in relationships, which I think is kind of ironic. Or even just people complaining about the idea of relationships as like a concept, like being in a relationship is somehow not valuable. There are these trending videos that have kind of contrasted being single and being in a relationship, and they poke fun at people who are in relationships, and they say single life is better because when you're in a relationship you have commitment and you'll have these complaints about always having to spend time with just one person. And that's weird, right? You think that after being in a relationship you get to reap the benefits of, being in close proximity all the time with someone that you really, really like. And then they show single life as being parties and freedom and And I get that these videos are just put up for jokes, but I feel like people nowadays are also taking these videos to heart because they see it so much that maybe relationships actually are undesirable and that being single is the best. I think the reason that people view relationships as undesirable is because they really shouldn't have gotten into the relationships that they're complaining about in the first place. See, people complain about relationships because they're with the wrong person. The idea with relationships is you're putting in someone, your time, your effort, your commitment, your dick. Whoa, dude, you can't do that. Do what? We're making this stuff PG-13, remember? Oh, crap. Okay. You'll be putting your dictionaries into them. Anyways, what is it really about being in a relationship that makes it so much better than being single? And when I say relationship, I'm talking about the ideal kind of relationship. Let's put it like this. When I say single, I feel like the happiness, the utility, if you will, that you get from being single puts you at kind of here, this level. You're content, right? But I think when you get into the kind of ideal relationship, your happiness or utility goes to here. And alright, going back to the whole, I'm not trying to say being single is bad, because you get to work on yourself, you have the freedom to choose when you want to eat, what you want to eat all the time, you get to spend time furiously master. Dude, we talked about this. Hey, relax, I got this. Furiously mastering ping pong trick shots. Yeah! In case you haven't noticed by now, I kind of ramble a lot, So I think when you find someone that you really, really like and you see the potential to get into this kind of ideal relationship with them, you get this thrill of meeting someone new first, and then you get this enjoyment that comes from chasing them, and then finally when you work up the courage to ask them out and they say yes, you're like, yes. So when you do ask this right person out, you're not going to have to constantly be disagreeing with this person or forced to do things you don't like. This isn't to say that the relationship is going to be 100% perfect, but it's going to provide you with a different kind of fun, one that doesn't exist when you're single. It's a kind of fun that only comes from being able to do the stuff that you love with someone you love. This kind of love stems from the assumption that you're basically dating your best friend. What's it mean, really, dating your best friend? It means that all of the baggage that you might think comes with a relationship, like unnecessary arguments, don't really have to exist, provided that you communicate well with your partner and you have a kind of like inherent chemistry with this other person. You get to spend huge amounts of time just doing the stuff that you enjoy doing with your favorite person on this earth. This probably sounds unbearably idealistic, I get it. The odds of you really finding this one or two or three or seven special people in this world is really slim. To find that one person that makes you kilig or feels is not really that big. But that doesn't mean that you should disregard the idea of relationships in general just because the odds aren't exactly in your favor. And nor does this mean that you should be looking to date every single person that comes your way, every single girl that smiles at you. Hey, isn't that what you did? No, I think the best thing that you should do is live life without expecting a relationship to come your way, right? You shouldn't be trying to force one to spring into existence just because you kind of feel lonely or because you feel like you need someone in your life. I feel like you should enjoy life at the moment because for better or for worse, you're the one that's put yourself in the position that you're currently in. So when that ideal person does come into your life, you have the opportunity to put every ounce of your effort into getting that person, to making that ideal relationship a reality. Trust that the dots will eventually connect in the future and your soulmate will show up. It'll happen. Bada bing, bada boom.